I'm now delighted to introduce our keynote speaker and Leeds alumna, Callan. I'm going to read her bio, but if you've followed women's basketball, not for the last 2 years, but for the last 30 years, this woman is a legend, and we're fortunate to have her here today. Carol's career exemplifies the values of being a lifelong student, a global citizen, and a collaborative team player. With a love of education, she has earned multiple degrees, including a master's in physical education and a master's in business administration from the University of Colorado. Her studies led to additional opportunities at CU, including serving as a longtime radio analyst for the women's basketball team. For her service and career success, she received an honorary C from the athletics department and was honored by the university as a notable alumna. She began her career as an educator, coach, and director of athletics at Fairview High School in Boulder. While there, she joined the USA Basketball Committee, selecting national team coaches and athletes. In 1995, as a director of the U.S. Women's Basketball National Team, she had the goal of recapturing the gold medal at the 1996 Atlanta Olympics. Following the team's gold medal in Atlanta, Carol became national team director for all women's teams, leading to 7 consecutive Olympic gold medals, 5 of 6 world championships, and numerous age group world championships. She is a true global citizen, having shaped the development of women's basketball internationally through FIBA, the International Basketball Federation. She was the first woman elected as president of the Americas region for FIBA. In that role, she enacted FIBA's strategies, became a women's leadership program, and strengthened communications throughout the America federations, ultimately being recognized as honorary president of the Americas. She currently serves as FIBA's central board, providing leadership for men's and women's international basketball. Among her numerous awards are included the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame and the Colorado Sports Hall of Fame, and underscore her lasting impact on international basketball. Critical element of success is being a great team player, and Carol has been part of many gold medal teams. Her primary team, however, is her family, her husband Dave and her sons Greg and Tom, all CU grads. Please join me in welcoming Callan.
Thank you, Dean Kotry, faculty and staff, families, friends, and most importantly, you, the graduates. What a great day for you, another typical Boulder day. Like many of you, I started my journey at Leeds with a family. I already had a job, and I finished my MBA, and I'm very proud of that. When I finished my MBA, I got a letter from Leeds encouraging me to get a doctorate in finance. And they were enticing me with a future job at $60,000 a year. Think of that. That's how old I am. As a high school teacher earning half of that, it made me pause. Ultimately, though, I chose a path based on my DNA, my values, and maybe a little practicality. I knew who I was, what values were important to me, and continued as an educator and coach, which set me on the path to a career as a women's national team director at USA Basketball. Yes, the 7 Olympic gold medals and an influential position in international basketball in FIBA. If you are uncertain today, or at any time, you will make good decisions if you first know who you are and what values are important to you. My favorite quote is from Roy Disney, Walt's brother. When principles are clear, decision-making is easy. Then once you decide, make it your best decision ever. As I moved through my career, responsible for putting women's Olympic and national basketball teams in position to win gold medals, I knew the important principles that were the basis for our success and culture. Once you know those core values, you get conviction. And once you get conviction, you will make courageous decisions. And don't be afraid to be uncomfortable. Jensen Huang of NVIDIA hopes people experience failure because it builds character. Diana Taurasi, 6-time Olympic gold medalist, played overseas to supplement her salary in the early years of the WNBA. She recently retired and was asked if she would have stayed in the US during the winter season if she had the opportunity to play at home. She said, "If you asked the 22-year-old me, would you rather play in Moscow or Miami, I think I would have picked Miami. But you asked the 42-year-old me, and those 12 years I spent overseas, especially the 10 I spent in Russia, I learned lessons that you can't learn anywhere else. It made me know I can live anywhere in the world with anyone, get along with any type of person, whether there was a language barrier, a mindset barrier, a political barrier, you name it, you had to make it work. I'm really grateful I got to do that." While decisions are important, it is what comes next that is the key to your success. And that is, wherever you go, whatever you do, be a good teammate. Sports is my thing, and I've learned the key to success is to be a good teammate. It can be a challenge because you don't always get to pick your teammates. The members in any Olympic team are drawn together because of their incredible physical ability. Yet it is a very diverse group of people in thought and motivation. The glue is provided by a clear, compelling goal, a gold medal. Being a good teammate is also a challenge because it sounds good, but when you are in stressful times, when it's chaotic around you, when your survival is at stake, it's hard to do what I think is the true definition of maturity, and that is thinking more of others than yourself. So how do you be a good teammate? First, respect everyone, especially your competition. Before you can lead or influence others on your team, you must build true, lasting relationships. When you are trusted and show you care, teammates will follow you anywhere. I smile when teams say they are a family. Are they really? Do they trust each other? Do they have the courage to tell each other the truth and hold each other accountable? Do they respect the people behind the bright lights, the bench players, the managers, the bus drivers, and on? In my role as president of the Americas region for FIBA, I had to earn the trust from the smallest Caribbean islands to the mightiest basketball countries in the world. Earning trust was hard because I was from the US, where we have the benefit of riches and resources, an abundance of talented basketball players, an emphasis on sports with school-based pipelines and funding to develop our great resources. Were my ideas selfish for the US, or was I suggesting what is best for all federations? A test of thinking more of others than yourself and then delivering. When others trust us to lead, and when we show respect for their ideas and situations, we can then get things done together. Respecting our competition is especially important. Competition pushes others to be their best, which in turn pushes us to be our best. Every team needs a good rival. Next, connect each day with your teammates or coworkers. Again, Diana Taurasi, the best teammate ever, came to practice every day and went around to everyone with a quick pat on the back or fist bump or comment to just check in and say, "Let's go." During the 2016 Olympic opening ceremony, I was with our team in the parade of athletes. Athletes cluster around the popular athletes to get some airtime since NBC always shows the stars. I usually walk by myself, soaking it all in. Suddenly, Diana comes up to me, puts her arm around my shoulder and says, "Carol, are you ready to go? Let's get that gold medal." Just as the NBC camera finds Diana. My friends were most impressed that I was on TV. I had no idea, but her small act showed her art of including everyone and further motivated me to do everything I could to help the team get a gold medal. Celebrate your teammates' success. Don't just be happy when you play well. Steph Curry was just named the NBA Teammate of the Year. The reason? Joy. His teammates say he gets joy from hyping up the people around him. If others on your team are successful, the whole team is successful. Too many times it's tempting to hope others don't succeed so you look better in competition, or comparison, excuse me. That is not an ingredient for success. Don Staley, the coach at South Carolina, was a 3-time Olympian and point guard for our team. If a teammate made a great defensive play, she would make sure next time down the court, she ran a play for that player so they would be set up to score. A simple act that acknowledged a great defensive effort. Celebrate others' success. I'm incredibly lucky I've had the opportunity to share the memories of winning 7 straight gold medals, not just with the athletes who ran around the court like little kids, but we shared it with coaches, trainers, and everyone who contributed. Those memories are best shared together. Do the subtle things that don't need to be recognized, but the things that show you care and set your teammates up for success. Paige Beckers, the leader of this year's UConn National Championship team, got up every morning at 5 a.m. during Ramadan to make breakfast for her freshman teammate from Egypt so she would have the energy to make it through the day. Paige was a star, but she knew her team needed everyone to be at her best. Put people in positions of responsibility that lead to confidence because they learn the process for success or were at the least listened to. Disney's another great example. It's the end of a long day. You're tired. You can't remember where you parked. Every car in the parking lot is white or gray. So they listened to the people parking the cars who suggested that every time they filled a row of cars, jot down the time. Now when you can't find your car, they ask, "What time did you get here?" Difficult problem, simple solution. Listen to frontline workers. Great ideas come from everywhere and everyone. Finally, always support and uplift your teammates. Over-deliver and never make them feel less than. Again, at Disney World, the people that sweep the streets are the ones that usually people ask their questions to. And some of those questions are obvious and repetitive for that sweeper. An example, what time is the 3 o'clock parade? Rather than roll your eyes, they are taught to say, the parade begins at 3 o'clock and the best place to see it is over there. Feel their joy and happiness to be on your team, just like all the smiling people at Disney. You are graduates of a wonderful university, leaving with knowledge and business skills. But it still takes experience to be a great teammate. Teams may change, but the need to be a good teammate endures. The good news, opportunities are all around you. Think of the many teams you're a part of. Your family, a group working on a school project, a class, your new company, your community, your church, the highway, an airplane. Teams are everywhere. Be the person who brings the team together. Be the person who people count on. Simply be a good teammate. Thank you.